Good morning, students. Today we'll start part 4 of the chapter Print Culture and the Modern World. In this chapter, we have studied till now about the development of print culture in China, Japan, Korea, in Europe, and after that we studied about printing presses like Gutenberg printing press, then about the reading scenario, how the hearing public converted into reading public, and now in this video we'll study about the reading mania. This is point 4, reading mania. This is the fourth point of this chapter. What is mania? Mania means enthusiasm or excitement to do something. Means for something, if we have excitement or enthusiasm or zeal, that is known as mania. So excitement for reading, enthusiasm for reading is known as reading mania. Means people were very eager to read the books, right? And everywhere in the society, almost all the people were with the full enthusiasm were trying to read the books. So this condition or this situation is known as reading mania. I hope that you understood the point, reading mania. How this happened, let's discuss with the following points. You have to focus on the points. First point, during the 17th and 18th century, literacy rate in Europe went up. Clear? And till the 18th century, in some countries in Europe, the literacy rate went up to 60 to 80%. 60 to 80% in some countries in Europe. So in this way, due to the increasing the literacy rate, the people became literate and they could read the books now with more efficiency. Next one is schools were opened in the villages, due to which after the opening of the schools in the villages, peasants and artisans could read the books. They became literate and they were capable to read the books. Clear? So before the schools opening and before the reading culture, they used to listen the stories, but now after opening the schools in the villages, even poor peasants and poor artisans could purchase the books and could read the books. So this was in this point. Next point, new forms of popular literature appeared in 17th and 18th century. Our main focus is on 17th and 18th century. In Europe, the emergence of reading mania or the number of books available in the market. Clear? So this was new forms of popular literature. What is the popular literature? The written or printed material that is very famous and very popular among the people. Means that is liked by the people and the people want to read that particular printed material, that is known as popular literature. So among the popular literature at that time, like almanacs, one kind of calendar, almanacs, and ritual calendars, clear, folk tales, and in the same way stories and other kinds of ballads. So this was all kinds of literature was known as popular literature. So this was available in the markets and the people now could read the books. And after that, booksellers, to fulfill the needs and demands among the people of the books, booksellers adopted the new way, right, to have the access to the books by the people. For example, booksellers employed peddlers. Who were the peddlers? Peddlers were the people who could sell the books, right, in the streets. Means moving around the different kinds of villages and the towns in the streets. They moved with the books and they used to sell the books. They were peddlers. So in this way, booksellers employed peddlers and peddlers used to sell the books, right, in the streets. After that, books became very cheap, right, became very cheaper and with the less cost. Why? Because the quality of paper means used poor, clear, and on the poor quality paper the books were printed. These books were very cheap and even poor people could purchase these kinds of books. For example, chap books. These were also known as penny chap books because the price of these small books could be kept in the pocket, right? 1 penny, right? So in 1 penny the people could purchase the books. So these books were known as penny chap books. Clear? These were famous in England. Penny chap books were very famous in England. After that, Blue-thick blue. Blue-thick blue, these kinds of books were like chap books. Blue-thick blue in France, right? On poor quality of paper, these books were published, and in France these were sold in cheap rates. So these books could be purchased by the poor people. So in this way, this was the emergence of literacy rate, emergence of book reading public. Clear? After that, next point, periodical press developed. In 18th century in the Europe, periodical presses developed due to which newspapers were published consequently, and people started to read the newspaper and other kinds of journals and the information. After that, ideas of scientists and philosophers became more accessible. Ideas of scientists and philosophers, earlier very few people could know about the scientists, could know about the philosophers, but now due to the accessibility of the books, right, more and more people now could read the ideas of scientists and philosophers, like Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton was a scientist, right? He published his ideas, his works, clear, his experiments. In the same way, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Walter Payne, Thomas Paine, Voltaire, Montesquieu, these philosophers published their books and their ideas were spread among the people. Now people read their ideas and got the knowledge. So this was the topic. Let's come to the next topic. Topic is tremble therefore tyrants of the world. What is the meaning of tyrants? Tyrants means the cruel ruling system or the people who are cruel rulers, tyrants. Clear? So tremble therefore tyrants of the world. In this sentence, the main sense of this sentence is that the cruel people or cruel rulers have to fear, right, due to the virtual writers and the printing culture. Because in mid 18th century, this was the common conviction that books can bring the change. Books can change the world. Clear? Books were considered the main source of or means of the enlightenment and we can say progress and enlightenment. Clear? So books were considered very valuable in that society. After that, during the 18th century, this view also became very popular that with the help of the book, despotism and tyranny could be overthrown. Clear? So to overthrow despotism and tyranny, books became very important sources. Clear? What is the meaning of despotism? Despotism is the ruling by a person who has no restriction, right? If there is no restriction over the ruler, on the ruler, and he or she could rule in his own way, right? So that is known as despotism. By pressurizing the people or by adopting the tyrants methods in the society or in the country. In the same way, tyranny means it is also the cruelty belonging to the cruelty. Clear? So with the help of the books and good writings, we can overthrow despotism and tyranny from the society. So this was the idea of a novelist. Name was Louis Sebastien Mercier. Louis Sebastien Mercier was the novelist, famous novelist of 18th century France. From France, he used to think that books and writings are very important and these can change the world. If we see the statement given by Louis Sebastien Mercier, he was very famous novelist and the main feature of his novels was that in most of his novels the heroes were transformed by the writings and the books, and they changed the world, they changed the society by removing the despotism and tyranny in the novels. So let's see the statement. The printing press. According to Louis Sebastian Mercier, printing press is the most powerful engine of progress. It means for progress, printing press is very important, right? And public opinion can be formed with the help of the writings. Clear? Public opinion is the force that will sweep despotism away. It means these things, printing press and public opinion, will sweep away, means will remove the despotism from the country or from the society. So in this way he concluded that tremble therefore tyrants of the world, tremble before the virtual writer. It means the importance of writer or the writings is considered by Louis Sebastian Mercier and other people. So let's have the next topic. Next topic is 4.2 Print culture and the French Revolution. About French Revolution you studied in 9th class that it was very important incident of not only Europe but entire world. It was occurred in 1789, in July 1789 in France, against the kingship or the monarchical system because of the dissatisfaction among the society against the king. Right? You studied in detail in 9th class, but here we'll talk only that was print culture considered a reason of French Revolution. It means what was the role of print culture in the French Revolution? How do you think and how much you agree that the print culture played very important role in the French Revolution as a main cause, right? So we have three arguments regarding it, that the French Revolution was connected to print culture and print culture played very important role in the French Revolution. So let's have a discussion about these 3 points or arguments. The first is print popularized the ideas of thinkers. Definitely it's very true statement that due to print culture various kinds of books were published in France, in entire Europe, and the people studied and read them, and after that they became aware regarding their rights and their other kinds of facilities. So ideas of thinkers, right, were popularized due to print culture. So it was main cause of French Revolution because people became aware and they started to oppose kingship and by birth privileges of first and second estate of France. Next is print created a new culture of debate. Clear? Now the people, as we discussed, that thinkers published their ideas, and after reading them the people became aware, and due to which new culture of debate started, because now people started to keep the question mark on the monarchical powers, because the kings used to believe in the theory of divine rights of king, right? But now the people started to put the question mark that the king is not having the divine rights, because the king is just as a ruler and not sent by God. So in this way the new culture of debate started and it caused the French Revolution later. And third one is literature mocked the royalty. Clear? Mocked and criticized the royalty means kingship. The people of first and second estates were having all kinds of privileges and the facilities by birth, and the kings used to have the theory, believe in the theory of divine rights of the king. But some writers like Montesquieu, like Rousseau, Voltaire, they questioned about the kingship and the monarchical powers. Rousseau said that the state is not made by God. Clear? The state is the result of a social contract. In the same way, Montesquieu said that the king is not having all the powers, cannot control over the powers, right? So power should be divided among the different kinds of organs by the made by the people. In the same way, Voltaire also put the question mark against the king. So in this way, the literature criticized the royalty and mocked the royalty. So this was the topic, right? In the next video we will discuss about the next topic. Till now you have to revise, and if you have any doubt you can ask me by writing in the comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day.